It was a time of war and uncertainty. In 1945, Los Angeles was bustling with soldiers returning home, families adjusting to post-war life, and a city transforming rapidly. But beneath the glitz and glamour of Hollywood's golden era, a shadow lurked. Imagine this. It's late at night, the streets dimly lit, and a single red light flashes behind your car. You pull over thinking it's the police, but what happens next is something out of a nightmare. This is the chilling tale of the Red Light Bandit, a series of crimes that shook Los Angeles to its core and left the city gripped by fear. Los Angeles in the 1940s was a city of extremes. On one hand, it was a beacon of opportunity, attracting dreamers and drifters alike. On the other hand, it was a breeding ground for crime, fueled by a rapidly growing population and overburdened police force. In this landscape of post-war unease, crime was on the rise. Police were struggling to keep up, and trust in law enforcement was fragile. That's what made the Red Light Bandit's crimes so terrifying. The perpetrator used a red spotlight, similar to what police officers used to stop unsuspecting drivers. This masquerade of authority was a betrayal of trust that added a new level of fear. The Red Light Bandit's reign of terror began in the spring of 1945. Victims reported being pulled over by a red light late at night. Once stopped, they were robbed at gunpoint. For weeks, the city's newspapers reported on these incidents. But as the pattern continued, the crimes escalated. The bandit didn't just rob his victims, he began physically assaulting them. His cruelty left the city in a state of panic. People started avoiding driving at night altogether. Local businesses reported declining revenues as Angelenos stayed home out of fear. What made the Red Light Bandit's crimes particularly heinous was his boldness. Witness accounts described him as calm and calculated, never panicking even when confronted. He seemed to always vanish into the darkness, eluding capture. But one night, everything changed. A witness provided the police with a vital piece of evidence, a partial license plate number. This clue led investigators to a young man named Caryl Chessman. Chessman was a small-time criminal with a history of theft and robbery, but when police searched his home, they found something far more damning. Among his possessions was a red spotlight, the very tool he used to impersonate law enforcement. Caryl Chessman's arrest marked the beginning of one of the most infamous trials in Los Angeles history. During his trial, Chessman denied being the Red Light Bandit, claiming the evidence against him was circumstantial. However, the prosecution presented witness after witness who identified him as the man who had terrorized them. The most damning evidence came from one victim, who tearfully recounted her assault in vivid detail. The courtroom fell silent as her testimony painted a harrowing picture of Chessman's brutality. Despite his protests, Chessman was convicted and sentenced to death. The case drew national attention, sparking debates about justice, morality, and the death penalty. Caryl Chessman spent over a decade on death row, writing books and filing appeals in an attempt to overturn his conviction. His case became a lightning rod for the anti-death penalty movement, with many arguing that his execution would be a miscarriage of justice. In 1960, after numerous stays of execution, Chessman was put to death in the gas chamber at San Quentin prison. His story didn't end there, though. His writings, including the memoir Cell 2455, Death Row, continued to spark debate and intrigue. The Red Light Bandit case left an indelible mark on Los Angeles. It highlighted vulnerabilities in law enforcement and the need for public accountability. The fear he instilled lingered long after his execution, serving as a grim reminder of the dangers of misplaced trust. Today, the story of the Red Light Bandit serves as a cautionary tale. It reminds us of the importance of vigilance and the delicate balance between trust and skepticism in society. In a time when impersonation scams have only evolved, Chessman's crimes feel eerily relevant. This case also raises questions about justice. Was Caryl Chessman truly guilty of all the crimes attributed to him? Or was he a convenient scapegoat for a city desperate to close a terrifying chapter? The tale of the Red Light Bandit may never be fully understood, but it continues to captivate and haunt those who hear it. What do you think? Was justice served, or does this story hold deeper mysteries yet to be uncovered? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this journey through forgotten crimes and chilling history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our channel for more stories that delve into the past. See you next time.